up? What's up? We got Jasmine, the assistant.
Hey, how you doing?
What's
nice
up,
seeing you. It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a minute. So, like when I first met you, like you was Jasmine, the assistant. Now you got a whole company. So you want, like, what's the name of the company and what it's about?
Okay, well, the name of my PR firm is the Opulence Firm. Basically, it is a continuation of Jasmine the Assistant. Jasmine the Assistant was established in 2007, back when I was just more so just an intern. It started off at Recognized Real Records with Beam and Slim, and it emerged into something major.
Right.
So I ended up going back to school. I have 2 master's degrees now, and I was like, okay, well, I want to get away from the music industry and offer more. So I was somewhat trying to find my niche, and then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and open my own PR firm. And that's what I did. I actually created a vision board and went from there.
Right.
I didn't think it would be as big as it is today, but I'm definitely grateful.
Who gave you the opportunity to try your skills out? Because, like everybody always come in the game, they say they do something, and then, they never really done it before, they never did on a major scale. Like, how you had your opportunity to even, get on that scale?
Well, as far as Jasmine the Assistant, I have to give credit, one, to Beam and Slim. Recognized Real, that's where it started at. And then just from networking and marketing, doing their email blasts, their DJ blast, and just networking and marketing on their behalf. So I ended up, back in the MySpace days, linking up with someone by the name of Daryl Conant and someone by the name of Malcolm. And they linked me up with this guy at Hidden Beach, which is Sony Hidden Beach in California. And I introduced myself to them, and they just believed in me. Still to this day, they call me, they send clients over to me. I mean, these are people who had never seen me, never knew me, just spoke to me on the phone and saw how ambitious I was. And I actually ended up calling them when I was thinking about opening my PR firm, and they told me, they said, hey, go for it. And I was very reluctant. I was scared because I was like, okay, Jasmine the Assistant is used to more so the music artist. How our business is going to take my approach. Right. And I just basically had to rebrand myself. Of course, my image has changed from the Jasmine the Assistant days. But the Opulence Firm, my biggest client and that door opening, I'm on a confidential contract, so I can't really give them credit. But with Country Wayne, I'm his official PR. And the way that happened, I received a phone call one day. I was in the car, and they said, hey, is Jasmine Brown available? Most people don't call your phone and ask for your full name. Like, okay, who is this?
Right.
And they was like, hey, this is his manager. I saw you offer these services, and da-da-da. I'm like, okay. So we started negotiating. And since then, it's been history. I've been his official PR. We're on tour for the tax refund tour. And we're about to start Help Is On The Way to stage play.
Right. And from what I was told, you working with Rich Broke as well.
I work with Rich Broke as well. I work with Duquan. I work with a lot of people. I still have some of my Jasmine the Assistant clients.
So when you were talking about, that was Jim Beam and them that you was talking about.
That was Jim Beam.
Back in the days. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, because they were doing a lot of stuff. You was in the time frame when they did the song Boost and all that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Big Money.
Right, Big Money, yeah. Yeah, that's a throwback. So,
yeah, that's way back in 2007.
Right, so
yeah.
Is you open up to the public, or you, how that working? Are you stuck on a contract where you can't work with other people?
No, I do have contracts for some of my clients. Some of my clients, it's just as needed. They can, if they just need an EPK, they can call me. If they just need marketing and branding, however, I do have monthly packages that run 30 days. So it just depends on what the client needs.
Right. So like your whole firm, y'all do, not only y'all just do the whole PR work, but y'all do marketing as well.
We do marketing, we do media buying, we do commercials, We're a full service PR firm. We even press up your flyers.
Right.
If you need a street team and you have a show that's in New Orleans, New York, you can come to us. We'll provide you with a street team in New York.
And they gonna go to wherever. And
they gonna go wherever and they gonna put in the work for you.
And, all right. So what all types of like promo stuff you got? Like somebody like a company that work with your company that does the whole marketing thing for you?
I have some subcontractors, but most of the stuff is done in-house at the Opulence Firm.
Okay. Is that located in Jacksonville? Or?
It's located in Jacksonville, North Market Street.
Oh, okay. So it's a real building. Like,
it's a real building.
Down over
yeah.
there.
We're doing legitimate business, yes.
All right. So there's a lot of women out here that they own their own business, you know what I'm saying? And they need, especially the small black businesses, you know what I'm saying? They need like a lot of help. And some people don't know about PR and what PR can do for a business, you know what I'm saying? Or what they can do for a person, period. So you want to enlighten them on like how your business can benefit small black businesses as well as recording artists?
Well, for those that don't know what PR is basically the branding. My job is to make sure that someone knows who you are, that they know that your company exists. Like recently, someone said, "Oh, I've never heard of you. I've never seen you." However, when I said my client's name, they knew who my clients were. So at the end of the day, that means that my job as a PR was done. You know who my clients are.
Right.
And an example that I always use, no one would know who Yandy Smith was if she wasn't on VH1.
Right.
You never knew she was a PR prior to her going on VH1. And so that's basically what my job is, how someone can benefit from it. We build your social media base. We build your online presence. We build your fan base. But if you're a business owner looking to expand, you just have to make the investment.
Right.
Like I know for myself, I remember picking up the phone and I called Blue Francois, and I was just frustrated. I was at my breaking point. I told him, forget it. I'm tired. I don't want to do it. Don't nobody want to invest. And so one of the things that I had to do, I had to change my image because I was very stuck in the Jasmine the assistant phase. I was a very relaxed person. And I realized once I decided to change my image, people took me more seriously.
Right.
And I started setting goals. Like my goal for myself right now, I try to do like 3 consultations a day, and at the end of the week, I try to have at least 5 contracts. I've been doing that for the last month. It works for me.
Right.
But I had to be willing to invest, and I had to change some things about myself as well. So that's the advice that I would give anyone that's looking to expand their business or looking to start a business. And just don't give up, because for myself, a lot of people don't know I have epilepsy. On documents, I'm 100% disabled.
Right.
Doctors told me I would never be able to work, I would never be able to do this. They completely wrote me off.
Right.
However, I had a vision and I ran with my vision. So just keep pushing.
Yeah, you would definitely kept pushing, because like I said, I remember you at the beginning. And you were I guess you were just starting out. I don't know if you were just starting out at the time, or you were just like already into it. But you know what I'm saying, like as far as where you at now, you had made a big change from back then to now, and that's because you didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? And I try to tell people that all the time, like not to give up on what you believe in. You say you can do it, do it. You know what I'm saying?
You definitely
you just
have
gotta you gotta be able to put yourself in that position.
Definitely do. Networking is number one.
Right.
I used to be when Jasmine the assistant was established, I was like shy. I used to hide behind the computer. I didn't like going into the clubs. I just wanted to be the assistant that sat at the computer, did email blasts, was on Facebook.
Right.
But now it's more so of I'm any and everywhere.
Right.
I'm getting ready to go on tour, and I have 4 clients that are currently about to go on tour. I just pressed up 5,000 business cards, and I got 500 folders with all of my material. Look, y'all on tour while I'm setting up y'all radio interviews, while I'm setting up y'all TV interviews. At the end of the day, my job is to establish some type of relationship, build rapport with those people.
Right. Yeah. So you just when you go with them,
Yeah.
They go to interview you like, hey, go out.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't be on point like that, because even sometimes I go out there and I don't have no business cards on me, and people like, where your business card? I'm like, oh man, I left the business card at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That was me. That was definitely me. But I had to get out of that because I missed a lot of opportunities. But then again, I never wanted my name attached to anyone, so I had to find a way to brand myself, but also brand my company.
Right.
To where people wasn't saying, "Oh, that's just Country Wayne assistant. That's just such and such PR. That's such and such who worked with such and such." I wanted people to remember my name, and that's how Jasmine the Assistant was established.
Okay. Well, this part of what I do in all the interviews, like, you know, I'm about the youth, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they look up to people, and sometimes they look up to the wrong people. But, you know, I'm trying to show them that even the people they look up to that I feel like wrong on some standpoint, you know, that they do have a side of them, like kindness in their heart. So, you know, my thing is, with this one, we're going to more target to the young women out there, you know what I'm saying? And on here, like, what can you tell the young women out there that's coming up and, you know, in school, they're about to graduate, about to go into a different field in their life? Like, what type of advice you can give them to help them stay focused on life, period, you know?
One, always listen to your elders. I can honestly say my mom and my grandmother, they never led me wrong. And when I did go astray, I knew I was doing wrong, and only thing I could say was, Mom and Granny told me so.
Right.
So always listen to your elders. Two, just be yourself. Never try to blend in, because there's a reason that you were created to stand out. So many times growing up, for me, I was just always like stuck out like a sore thumb, because one, I have a lot of brothers. I was raised by all boys. I'm the only girl in my family.
Right.
So I was a little rougher than the average female. But I always stood out, and I never understood that. But that's the way God created me. So the more I realized who I was, and the more I stuck to who I was, that's when things started lining up for me. Number three, I would say, write it down on paper. If you have a goal, just always write it down on paper, something that you can reflect on. Still to this day, I go back to my vision boards, I go back to my journals, I go back to notes, and I'm like, okay, well, I did that. Then I go back and I revise it, because although that goal is now done, I still want to go above and beyond, and I do that. But, me, myself, I also have a nonprofit organization where I do give back to the community. So to the younger females, stay true to you, stick to your goals, don't allow anyone to tell you that college isn't for you. Go for it. If it works out, continue on, and just stick with it.
Right. All right. So for the people out there who going to need that PR work, they heard what you said, they want to hire you, where can they find Jasmine at?
You can find Jasmine at Jasmine_of_the Opulence Firm on Instagram, Jasmine Lashawn on Facebook, or you can go to the PR firm Instagram, which is the Opulence Firm, or you can just call 904-508-9410. That's our direct number. Once again, that number is 904-508-9410.
Alright, then we're going to get back up with you probably like some months later and see what all your artists are done, and see if, anything else come about, in the upcoming time. I don't know when we're going to be able to link back up. But we're going to make it happen, though. We're going to make it happen, though. We're going to get together. So it was a pleasure having you here, and sorry I was late. I was late this time. I got on Bam on camera about him being late. I'm going to get on myself about being late. I ain't going to leave myself out. So
it's no problem. It worked out. Though.
All right. See you next time.
All right.